I don't know how Lucky is holding this down and not wrecking, but man, oh man, what a race. Did I hear right, Justin? It's 3 to go? 3 to go, guys. I mean, this is crazy. This race is so intense. Garb is just making moves all over the place. The 48 tries to dive down low, right against that apron. He's got it. Oh,
they get together.
Lucky Dog. What happened with this?
Lucky Dog.
I don't know if...
Did not seem happy. The 38 is lagging around a bit. That is really interesting what happened there, Frozen. I have no idea.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I don't even know if 48 felt bad that contact happened, so he waited up for the guys behind him. But whatever happened right there, he's got no chance of a win.
It almost looked what happened. He was down there on the inside. Garbage put him all the way down there, and it would make sense for him to overcook that corner and slide up and have to brake real late. So maybe that's why he slowed down. But it also looked like the 38 and him got together in that corner. The Garbage maybe turned down a little bit into him, and maybe that got him on the apron.
I am shocked. From what I'm hearing over the radio, the 21 is not happy, and I can't say that I blame him one bit. You know, aggressiveness was coming out there at an all-time high, and this is the white flag, guys. So unless Lucky can catch up to him on this final lap, this is it. Garbage is going to take the win home.
He is coming. He is coming, and I bet he's got a lot of steam coming out of his ears.
I will not be surprised if he just straight moves him out of the way. The 4 is in 3rd place. He got his way around the 21 after that incident. Here comes Lucky Dog. He's gonna let him know I am here and I am not happy.
He is just pushing him around. That 38 is so bad, he ought to just take the outside.
38 is out of gas. 48 goes, and he is going to capture the win tonight, and I cannot leave, guys. I cannot leave. 48 is your winner here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What an incredible race. I don't know how Lucky is holding this down and not wrecking, but man, oh man, what a race. Did I hear right, Justin? It's 3 to go. All right, guys. What is up? I hope you guys are ready for tonight. We're going to have a great race at Las Vegas. I'm pretty excited. We're going to do a mic check real quick just to make sure everything is good to go. Looks like we are. So, J-Mac is in the booth with us. What's up, J-Mac? Hope you're doing well.
Howdy, howdy. I'm doing great, Frozen. Hope you are as well.
I am. I'm pumped for tonight. So, like I said, we are going to AKA's Cup Race, 4th on the schedule here at Las Vegas Speedway. Presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing. But before we get started, tonight we have one of my favorite things to do, and that is the driver spotlight. We are joined by Freaky Fast, who pilots the number 4 car. This guy has proven time and time again that he is a true competitor and can bring home a win no matter what he drives. He is now leading in points after a strong finish last week. So a huge welcome to you, Freaky Fast, and if you're ready, let's get started.
Thank you, Frozen, for having me.
Of course. All right, your first question. What aspects of driving do you excel at, and what do you struggle with?
I excel with very fast, long tracks, and I struggle with short, flat tracks.
Interesting. I can see how that would go, so yeah. That's very interesting to know, because I honestly have not seen you struggle anywhere.
Well, thank you.
All right, next question. What do you do for fun other than racing and video games?
Well, I have grandchildren, and when I'm not with them, I'm usually on my Go Wing out touring.
Ah, nice. That's awesome. How many grandchildren do you have?
12.
12. That's amazing. Aw, that's really cool. All right. For your next question, what is your favorite track on schedule, and what is your least favorite?
We just came from my least favorite. ISM is just, since they changed it, it just hasn't been good for me. But I did get a good finish the other night. I was very happy with my outcome. My favorite track is Michigan. Michigan's just wide open, flat out. Just love it.
It is, and it's a track that you can go 3 wide and just have some really tight racing. So that's one of my favorites also. I can definitely see that. All right, your next
Absolutely.
question. What is your most memorable race you've participated in, and why?
My most memorable race did not come from playing video games. I raced for 11 years on and off at Kentucky Motor Speedway, and I remember a race where Jeremy Mayfield got in low underneath me in turn 3 and put me over turn 3 wall. That's hard to forget.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy, but what an experience. That is really amazing. So you've been out there in real life racing, and that obviously shows here because, like I said, we can put you in anything and you will do a heck of a job. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Freaky Fast.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, your last question, and we'll let you go to qualifying and wish you a lot of luck. You are at a car dealership and told you can take home any car they have. What car are you taking home?
I'm taking home that new 2019 Ford Mustang.
You and me both. Yeah, which color? I gotta know which color.
It's going to be green.
Ooh, nice. I wouldn't expect that. That's cool. That's cool. I think I'd be going with blue probably. Something like that, but that's really awesome. You guys, you heard it from Freaky Fast out here. This guy is amazing. Very, very talented. Leading in points right now, as you saw. So I'm wishing you a lot of luck tonight here at Las Vegas, and we'll let you go back to qualifying. Good luck to the race, and thank you for joining us in the booth.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, J-Mac, I think we're in qualifying right now. I could be wrong. If not, they will be starting shortly. But let's talk about last week. What a crazy race. What can you walk us through what happened the final couple of laps there?
We were right in the wall of the eye of the hurricane. That's what it seemed like. As crazy it was. I mean, you had garbage out there on 2 tires, trying to save fuel and save his car because he made it super loose with only the 2-tire pit stop there at the end. You had Lucky Dog and who else was it that was coming down on him? That was bearing down on them.
Lucky Dog and I believe
21.
Dodge Boys.
Dodge Boys, that is who it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky Dog and Dodge Boys were bearing down on him, and they just started mixing it up. And garbage was very wide. He was incredibly wide, and that caused things to get crazy. And then after the dust settled, it was Lucky Dog who came out and on top. Garbage ran out of fuel and limped across in third or whatever, and Freaky Fast found himself in second, and it was just crazy how that all worked out.
That was such an intense final few laps, and I'll tell you what, Garbage did everything he could to defend that position, but after running out of gas, I mean, there was absolutely nothing you can do. So he ended up coming home, I believe, third, right? And Freaky Fast took second.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Yeah, and Lucky took home the win, his first win for them. So awesome. I do want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We have Super Awesome Denny out there. We have Osmium. We have CGT395. Welcome, guys, and I hope you enjoy the race tonight. Let's talk about tonight. Tonight, like I said, we're at Las Vegas. We have 134 laps. We're going to look at pit stops around 31 laps for fuel. And I'm thinking most of these guys will be running pretty close to 37 threes to 38s in lap time. So actually, it'll be 29s to low 30s. And stages will be about 40 for the first stage, 40 for the second stage, and 54 for the end of the race there. So I am super excited. It's going to be a heck of a race if it is anything like last week.
Very, very different track this week, for sure. You have the long 2.5 mile rectangle, and now we're going to a 1.5 mile oval that's got multiple lanes, multiple grooves, and probably going to be a little slip slidey if I had a guess.
You know what? And coming out of 4, that wall can approach you a lot faster than you think once those tires are worn. So I'm curious if we're going to see some guys hitting that wall and hopefully not bouncing back down into the field. We'll see how it goes. Turn 1, I feel like you can run the high side along with 3 and 4. So it'll be interesting who takes the low line, who runs the full track, and who are the ones that are going to take the high side. I mean, it's a track where you can pretty much run whatever you're comfortable with, which is what I like about it.
Absolutely. 3 and 4, I prefer right around the bottom, try to hook that line. 1 and 2 is definitely more variable. You can run up high, but there are those bunks that are kind of in that second lane. So if you want to commit to the bottom, you have to get down to the bottom. And it's also going to be very interesting to see how these guys approach the front stretch, because the apron there can kind of grab you, especially on setups. So it'll be very interesting to see if we see some incidents there in a place that you wouldn't normally think you'd see incidents.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're setting your car up to be super loose so that you can maneuver around people pretty easily, it is easy to turn that thing too far down into the apron. And once you clip that, you're done. You're probably going to bring a couple of guys with you. So let's hope we don't see that tonight. But a talented field as always. A lot of these guys are in the top 50 for the esports. So very exciting. We have a lot of AKA people in here. Pro Boss, Mordog, Dodge Boys, MDL. We have Wonder, and so many talented drivers in here. Very, very cool. I have on the ticker, if you guys want to follow them on Twitter, some of them have provided their Twitter handles to me, so I have put them in the ticker if you want to support your drivers out here. Looks like qualifying is almost over, and J-Mac will be heading to the race soon here at Las Vegas.
Hey, speaking of which, there's our invite.
I don't have one yet, so I'm hoping I get one.
Oh,
What?
well, I guess I'm the slightly more special one here.
Unless this is the whole thing where I could not get an invite last time, which is going to make me very sad. Here we go. We got it. Rock NASCAR, thank you so much. I love having J-Mac in the booth. He is another one who is in the top 50, so I love seeing these guys out here and just supporting them, and they're very, very talented. We have Jose is in the top 50, Lucky Dog, and Venma. I mean, pretty much almost all these guys are. It's incredible.
It's a crazy, crazy fast field every week.
All right, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, here we go, entering into the race. Give it a couple of seconds and we will get in here. NASCAR Heat Club, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. It's your first time watching Osmium. I hope you enjoy it. These guys are really good. 134 laps, so we have a lot of race to get in here. First stage, like I said, is going to be 40 laps, so they're only going to have to make one pit stop in the first and second stage. So there's going to be some strategy that can be played here. They could go in earlier, they could wait. It just depends on what they want to do.
If you're worried about tire wear, you definitely want to cut it in half just so that you lose less time. If you aren't really worried about tire wear, you have the option to short pit and whatnot, as we have cars on track, and Garbage is your leader.
Absolutely. We have Garbage out here in that number 38 car. Looking pretty good. Let's take a look around him. We have the 43, and I do believe that is Jose 720 in second place, challenging him on the outside, making a move to pass. We have Wow That's Garbage trying to kind of sneak him up into the wall, not working, but he's got that 95 out there trying to help him out faster than you. These guys look like they're trying to get single file at the moment there, J-Mac.
They look like they're trying to race each other really hard to me. They're 2 by 2 by 2, and it looks like in Venma they're looking 3 wide for a moment, thinks better of it. Now they're single file as they spread out once again once they go into 1.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys, yeah, they're going back to 2 wide. We have Wow leading this whole thing, working the top and working also the bottom. Jose is right behind him, kind of keeping on the high side. He'll dive down low a little bit, but mostly staying towards the high side on that, which is allowing some of these guys possibly to get a run on the inside. Looks like we have 35 to go at the moment, so these guys are looking pretty good so far.
It's just like you said, Frozen. So many lines that you can run, and you see it right there as they all fan out. They're single file. Maybe there's 2 wide every once in a while down the straightaways, down the back stretch and the front stretch. But when they get into the corner, they fan out, especially in 1 and 2.
Absolutely. Jose looking on the outside. He's got some guys trying to sneak on the inside, but cuts him off. He's doing pretty good at defending that. You have some guys diving down in the apron in the tri-oval, but J-Mac, it looks like Lucky Dog has disconnected on lap 1. Such a shame to see after his win last week at Indy. You hate to see that for some of these drivers. It's such a shame.
Absolutely. Just all of that momentum coming into this race, just for that to come screeching to a halt with a DC before you even get a chance to see how you stack up against the rest of the field. That has to be heartbreaking.
Absolutely. I know he was super pumped about that win last week, so it's not something you want to see. Right now, we're in car with Dodge Boys, who had a heck of a run last week at Indy. He was helping Lucky Dog. He was in 3rd place at the time. They were catching up to Wow. He is currently in 4th. He is one of your top 50 esports drivers. Trying to sneak down underneath faster than you, doing a great job, keeping his line pretty steady there.
And think back to last week. Dodge Boys was wrecked. He and Lucky Dog were actually in a wreck when Lucky Dog got the apron. And
he was.
Both had to come back from some adversity, and Dodge Boys found himself with a chance to win that race, and just things didn't work out with when the hurricane started.
You know, it's such a shame to see, but he handled it very well. One of the things I love about Dodge Boys is he's very, very positive. Like you said, he overcame adversity from it, but I'll tell you what, I can imagine the frustration he was feeling from that. But while these guys are fighting behind Wow, Wow just seems to be leaving a little bit more space with these guys. Jose is keeping up with him, but he had quite the battles going on behind him, I gotta say.
And the cars, I think they're maybe starting to swing a little bit. You saw the 0-0. He walled it a bit coming down the straightaway. Kind of a weird place. Might have tried to swing out a little too much, but just really hard racing. We thought that could have been a wreck, but everybody escaped from it pretty well.
Yeah, so far. And I am watching, we have Mitch out here. He has lost the pack in front of him. He's got another guy working with him, hopefully to get up there. And I do believe that is Freaky Fast, who we just had in the booth. Freaky Fast is one of those guys who he can make his way back. He hit the apron earlier, so he's going to have to work with Mitch in order to make his way back up there. We are on, I think, about 29 to go at this point. So, you know, so far these guys are looking very good. I have not seen any cautions come out yet, J-Mac.
We have the 42 and the 99. Those two have already had some misfortune. MDL, and then not sure who the 99 is, and there's a yellow. So they're going to be back up in the pack, and that last 15 seconds analyzing that is completely off or not.
Do we know what caused the yellow? Because I honestly, I didn't see anything that would have brought out a caution for that.
I mean, there was a pretty mean hot dog wrapper on the backstretch, but otherwise, not really sure.
Your guess is as good as mine. So we're going to give a shout out to Thrills and CGT and Osmium again. Thank you so much. We have a lot of people out there, and I know the drivers really appreciate the support out there. We are on board right now with the 12 of Rabbit. This guy does a great job out there, super, super fast. So I expect to see him up there. This is a very fast track, and I guarantee that these guys can maneuver around it pretty well. Getting ready to go green, we have...
It looked like.
Yes, absolutely. We have Ramsett, who is leading at the moment. He's in that 41 car. We have Wow, That's Garbage on the outside. We have some strategy coming into play as Ramsett came back to green in first, and he gets a little bit of a run. We have Jose on the inside. Wow, That's Garbage falling back just a little bit, just simply from being on that outside.
Sure would be interesting to know. I think it'd be close to making it from here on fuel, so not sure if I would assume that he would have pitted. I guess he took 2 tires last week. That was an issue that really cars did not like that. It'll be interesting to see how they react here to 2 tires, and the 41's going to be a nice little science project to watch.
Oh, we have the 21, I do believe, getting up high. We're back to caution, it looks like. We have 38 of Wow, That's Garbage fall back in the field just a little bit, and that must have been something way in the back to be causing a caution, because I'll tell you what, this is 2 cautions, and I haven't seen anything to bring out that caution yet.
Definitely some cars in the back. It looks like the 22, maybe the 99 again. Just another kind of, I don't know. There's just a bunch of cars in the back, so I guess it might have involved them, but I missed it as well.
It's strange because usually there's so much going on up front and a lot of movement going on between these cars that when it happens, it's usually going to happen in the front, but so far these guys are super clean up here. Let's take a look at the 43, who is leading off of green. They are off to go. Jose in the 43. We have 21 on the outside of Dodge Boys. Quite the crowd behind them. 95 looking very good tonight of Faster Than You. We haven't seen him too much out here in these races, but he's got a lot of movement in that car, and that's making me a little nervous, but so far, so good, J-Mac.
So far, so good. Looks like Jose likes that outside, the 43 trying to keep it wound up, but the 95 looking strong on the inside. He has a good push with him, and that'll make up the run. That'll offset the run that you can get on the outside. If you're stuck on the inside, if you can get a good push down the straightaways, the draft means so much in these races.
We have a car in the wall, J-Mac. I don't know what happened, if he got loose or if he had contact, but he went into the wall and straight spun several times. I'm surprised it didn't take out more. I don't see a caution coming out yet, and that is the first time that I've seen something worthy of one. So I'm shocked, but look at this. Look at this battle between Faster Than You and Jose for first. Quite the battle, and Jose is holding it out on top, still currently leading, but Faster... Okay, that I'm actually getting in. That is in Venma. We have some cars. Cars wrecking in the back. That is going to bring out a caution, guys.
The 38, who led so much of the early portion of this race, involved. The 19, the 47. A lot of cars involved in this one. Frozen.
That was definitely a lot of cars. We see that only the first 5 cars survived this one. I'm curious if the people that have not gone in yet, if there has been any, now would be the time to take tires and fuel, I would imagine. The rest of them might stay out. They definitely have enough fuel. So we'll see what happens with strategy.
If you're in the back, you definitely want tires. I mean, why not? But
absolutely.
If you're up in the front, you definitely want to stay out here and hold on to track position and stay out of that storm. That was a crazy place to see a wreck. That was pretty far down the backstretch, it looked like, for that to start. So, not sure if someone might have gotten pinched into the wall there, but the track closed up really quickly and wadded up a bunch of race cars.
It certainly did. We are off to green again for, I do believe, the 4th time. Jose on the inside getting a nice start. We have Invinma on the outside of the 95. That was a correction. It is not Faster Than You. His name is Invinma, and he is one that is in the top 50 for the esports NASCAR. We have 00 of Mordog coming out here making an incredible move, trying to get out there in first place. Going side by side with Jose. These guys are doing a very nice battle at the moment.
Jose loving that outside. Very, 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 very hard to make that pass. You have to burp the throttle. And that's actually a great line to run. I'm not a big fan of the outside in 3 and 4, but if you can figure out how to run it, as Jose has, you like you said in pre-race, that wall of turn 4 comes at you so quick. Well, you've just shortened up that room that you have to exit even more for those guys on the inside by running the outside. And so that just bogs down that inside lane so much.
Absolutely. That gives them a challenge, and they do have to, let go and make sure that they do not hit Jose or the wall. So that gives him an extra boost, because if you're coming off the high side, it is going to give you an extra momentum coming off of that turn, which is it's a double whammy for the guy on the low side. Absolutely.
They're working their way back forward. This time Invenma gets a much better run. Gets a little bit of a push from Mordog. It's not going to be enough to stay alongside of him going into 1.
Mordog having an incredible run, almost taking it 3 wide. They are very, very close, side by side with Invenma. A lot of movement going around there. We see Invenma hit the wall there after getting a little loose or contact from somebody. But these guys are spreading out. Jose is getting a nice little lead, but that bottom line is not letting him get away too much.
The exit of 2 is very, very, very treacherous. I don't know what it is about it. It's really choppy. I don't know if there's like a transition there or some bumps, but it can get you really loose when you're trying to exit the corner there. And Invenma did a nice job of holding on to it, but he lost some ground, but he's making that ground back up.
Absolutely. We're on board with the 21 of Dodge Boys, who fell back just a little bit after a couple of cautions. We're coming up to 10 to go, guys, in the first stage. That's how quick these things go. It's incredible. But Dodge Boy's trying to make his way back up through the field, taking his time. You see this guy has a lot of patience. He knows when to make the moves. He's taken on the outside with the 22 of Doc Holidays, doing a fantastic job. Little tap of the wall, so Doc is going to be able to get a little bit of a run there going into turn 3 and 4. Great job to these guys so far.
And speaking of coming back through, after being involved in that last caution, Wow That's Garbage is making a move for second. That 38 car is on rails, but as they're racing, that 43 car is trying really hard to check out.
This is one of these nights where he is doing a really great job of dominating this race so far. Really, really strong. I don't want to jinx him. It's too early to do that. But he's looking very strong, J-Mac. I'm very impressed. But as soon as I say that, look who takes over second. And he's getting a nice run on everyone behind him. But he is definitely going to be giving Jose a nice challenge up here up front.
So you're saying it's too late or early to jinx him. Is there a time when it's appropriate to jinx him? I'm just curious.
I never want to jinx the drivers, but it has happened. You got the booth jinx out here, but man, Wow's going in for that pass on the inside. Jose is going to have a nice run coming off the outside, but side by side they're going. Wow is doing a great job of holding that down. He manages to stay behind Jose, but he is going at it again, trying to go on that lone line. Well, Jose is just working his magic on that high side. The new leader, guys.
Just
Wow, that's garbage.
Move. The 43 car has proven that he has probably one of the 2 best cars here. The 38 is the other one, and that was a very impressive move to clear Jose to go from his bumper, from back bumper to front bumper, just like that.
Absolutely. We're taking a look at the 88 here. That's Mitch. He is mid-pack right now, just chilling out, trying to make things happen. Look like we have 2 wide a little bit in front of him, but he is trying to make his way up through the field currently as we have Wow That's Garbage in the lead here. We see Freaky Fast. It looked like he got up in the wall just a little bit. We're coming up to 5 to go here, so not too much longer. Stage points are going to be into play. If Wow can hold off everyone behind him, he's going to get some bonus points for that stage.
New player coming up here. We have the 12 trying to desperately to get around Invenma, who's taken what we can now call the Jose line, maybe a little higher than he wants to be, but still holding on to that outside, using that run to get off to hold off and hold on to that 3rd spot.
Yeah, look how clean these guys are. A lot of side-by-side running. That is what is so great about Vegas. You can take so many different lines, and we're seeing it a lot here. You see the high line being worked on, you see the low line, and you see guys even working the middle. I mean, you can do so much on any line. It's just how you drive it. So it's pretty cool to see. But we have Rabbit into the wall. That's going to hurt him.
Wreck. Well, not a big wreck, but 3 cars just were sideways. The 12 was into the wall. We had the 10 directly sideways. Whoever that was that he's racing with right now was underneath him sliding up. How those guys made it through there, I have no idea, but that was some great driving to keep those things pointed straight.
Absolutely. That was 3 to go. We're hitting on currently almost 2 to go. So this race is coming down to the final parts of stage 1. Let's see if we can make our way back up front to these guys. Here we go. We see, wow, that's garbage on the inside. Jose trying to make his move on the outside with Vinma directly behind him. Wow, brings it back up. Jose dives down to the bottom. Wow, gets into the wall, and Jose takes off with the lead once again.
43 had to burp it a whole lot there. It seems like Jose's car is happier up top. He had to go to the bottom there for that cross and just couldn't get the 38 car cleared.
Absolutely. This is the final lap, guys. We have, wow, that's garbage back. These guys just doing absolute domination of crossovers back and forth, trading the lead here tonight. But if he can hold him off for this final couple of turns, he's going to take home the stage win for stage 1 here. Let's take a look here.
Excellent racing.
Absolutely. Wow is going to be your stage winner for that. Jose in second, and look at that. Look at that wreck after it crossed the finish line. Luckily, that's just the AI taking over, and apparently the AI was not having a good driving day right there.
The AI decided to take a hard ride. So now that we've gotten to play night, AKA races that we've seen, it's usually there's one stage where they play nice and they're real easy on each other, and then there's a second one. Usually, it's honestly been the first stage though. Typically, when they have their super aggressive stage, so we'll have to see. Maybe tonight they can run a lot of green flag runs like we had that previous stage, but got to keep in mind the aggression is gonna go up as we get closer and closer to the points window, to the pay window, I guess, for points.
Absolutely. Here we go. Off on stage 2. Another 40 laps. These guys, like I said, have 31 as far as fuel goes. We'll see how they go. We have a couple of guys in the back not getting a great start at all, but wow, that's garbage in that 38 doing a fantastic job out there leading.
Really weird restart. The 41, let's see which other cars. The 42 and the 17, or the 47. Those 3 cars, it looked like they started like behind the field and just weren't going at all. That was very bizarre what happened to them.
Absolutely. We have Jose already trying to take a peek on the outside. Wow, closing that door. Does not want Jose to get up there. He knows he is fantastic on the outside, and he's doing everything he can to make sure that Jose doesn't get up there.
And you have to wonder if these guys are going to change up their setups at all. If Jose maybe decided that he needs to run the bottom a little better and make adjustments for that. Did he do that? He looks like he's going back to the high side, so maybe he's comfortable up there and found a way to make it even faster up there. But at some point, you're going to have to be able to run both sides. And we saw late in that run, when the 38 had him pinched down, he just had to get out of the throttle and there was nothing he could do. So we'll have to see if maybe he's a little bit better there down on the bottom this run.
Absolutely. We see the 9 of AKA Pro Boss taking that high side. It looks like they were a couple of wide. He is down low right now, but doing a great job out there. It looks like he is around 5th place at the moment, trying to take a peek on that inside.
Another thing we have seen from these AKA races is that there will be a group of cars, it might be 2, 3, 4, or whatever, but they'll start working together as the leaders, and they'll start pulling away from the pack. and it looks like Garbage might be getting a little too far out on Jose for that to happen as it typically does here. But those front two have gained a lot of ground on that on the rest of the pack.
Absolutely. I'm looking at that 10 car right next to the 21 of Dodge Boys. The 10 is Expert Toaster. These guys very, very solid out here. Expert Toaster falling back a little bit. I don't know if he's having issues with his car, but we also see that 9 of Pro Boss on the inside kind of by himself. It seems like these guys are really liking the high side out here tonight. But as we're all fighting through this mid-pack here, I can see Garbage just taking off from the rest of the field here.
That car is really strong to pull away and to pull out of the draft and to not let Jose use that draft to keep up with him. Just a really strong car, that 38 is.
Absolutely. There's a lot of separation between these top three. We have Wow That's Garbage in first, we have Jose in second, and we have Invenma Gaming in the 95, who is currently in third. Once you get past the 95, these guys are really bundled up. We have the 00 of Moordog in fourth place, and right behind him, we have Freaky Fast making his way through the field, and we see him do that a lot during these races. He is a heck of a competitor, and he was the one that we had in the driver booth tonight, so we'll see what he can do tonight.
Maybe that last stage was the super aggression one, because they're pretty single file right now, Frozen. Maybe they're just trying to work together to run down Garbage, because he is checking out.
He is. I'm watching this, and there's gotta be a couple of seconds, I would say, between at least a second between him and second of Jose. So he's got a strong car here tonight. I'm curious if Jose made a change. We see somebody get into the grass. I think that was possibly that could have been Moordog getting into the grass there. A little bit of a scary situation, but he managed to get right out of that and back on, no problem.
Well, that's what has to be frustrating for Jose, because he was able to pull away from the 95 of Invenma. He was able to pull away from the pack, and even though he has a car strong enough to pull away from the pack, the 38 has a car strong enough to pull away from him.
Absolutely.
And that just has to get his goat, as they might have said back in the 1800s.
I am trying to make my way up to this leader of Garbage. I mean, the amount of space he is putting between him and the rest of the field is absolutely incredible. We have the second pack, who has got about 4 cars with them, and they are not even catching him. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what WoW has in that engine, but he might be... they might need to call him to the NASCAR hauler after this race.
I mean, there might be some Michael Waltrip Racing jet fuel in that thing for all we know, Frozen. But it looks like this pack is forming a little bit better. We'll have to decide if they start racing, as you see Freaky Fast pull out of line to get around in Invenma. We'll have to see if these guys start working together a bit, try to generate a run around the top and try to run him down, or if they're just going to race for points here, because there's still a lot of time, but man, that
there is, but
is checking out.
He is definitely checking out. I do want to give a quick shout out to everyone in chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Sloppy Joe, Deadly Bomb, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it, but man, oh man, look at the distance between these guys. We finally have, second, third, and fourth lined up single file, so hopefully they can catch up. We're going 25 to go, so they still have a few more laps to go before they need to go in for a pit stop, before they even think about pitting. Right now, Garbage is on rails. He's doing a great job out there.
I was about to say it looked like the 00 of Moordog was opting to draft with Jose, and then as immediately as that thought went through my head, he pulled down underneath him to try to pass him in 1 and 2.
I see that. I'm curious, though. We see these guys traveling so many different lines. I'm kind of curious if it's just a difference in lines, but now that I'm looking at it, Moordog really is wanting that position. I'm surprised. If I was Moordog right now, I would be working as hard as I can, driving the same line that I can in order to catch up to Garbage, because they're going to have to. I mean, The speed that Garbage has tonight is absolutely incredible. This lead just keeps getting more and more.
But if he thinks he has a faster car, then maybe he thinks he can clear and then lead this group, because you want to lead every group that you're in. It's just
Absolutely.
kind of that. It's just that on one hand, you're racing and losing time, but on the other hand, you feel like if you get clear, you can do a better job of pulling the field. So it's just you have to decide which is more important to you at this time. And honestly, with still having another stage, maybe you want to go after that extra point for finishing second in the stage. So
Definitely.
it's just driver preference right now.
We see another guy driving down low. We have Freaky Fast diving to the bottom with 2 cars behind him. These guys trying to make a move. They want those stage points. They want every position that they can get. They know it counts towards it. Jose is left on the outside, almost by himself. Actually, he is by himself right now. Another guy goes down low, almost loses it. That is more dog on the inside. We have Freaky Fast in the 4 directly behind Jose. These guys are getting pumped up right now. I see a lot more aggressive moves, trying to get where they want to go. But in the meantime, look in the distance, J-Mac. Garbage is just gone.
A tiny little dot. It looked like Mordog sent it through 3 and 4 to try to clear him and maybe pull a slide job, and he was getting the throttle on the throttle and got really loose and had to back way out of it. That was a nice save, but he lost several spots doing that. But that's hard racing.
Absolutely. 20 to go. 20 more laps. I'm curious when Garbage is going to go in, but I'll tell you what. This lead that he has, I cannot get over it. Every lap, it grows. Incredible. And these guys behind him, they are all fighting for position, so it's just putting Garbage in a better spot. I guarantee you he doesn't even want to see stages. He just wants to run this out to the final, to the final lap here. He's got such a huge lead, so the points are nice, but the win is nicer.
I think there might be about 3 or 4 cars better than that 43 car right now. But
Huge wreck in the back.
In the back.
As soon as I turn that camera, you see about 4 to 5 cars, and there you have it, guys. Exactly what Garbage does not want to see. Another caution.
But as I was saying, everyone's tires were kind of going away, and it was bogging down the bottom line. And Jose just living up there in the top line. It was slowing that group down, but Jose he doesn't have to live for those guys. He's trying to race too.
Absolutely
just
not.
doing a great job holding off, I believe, some faster cars from that outside line.
All right, J-Mac, you are Jose. Are you going into pit, or are you staying out?
You definitely have to pit here.
I agree.
You definitely need. That was a long run. You want 4 tires. You want fuel. You want maybe a nice cool soda.
Absolutely.
But
Garbage there had a 2.5 second lead. It's very incredible to be running that by yourself, and you have a long line of cars behind you. We're still in stage 2, guys, coming off of a caution. Here we go. We have Garbage in the lead, Jose on the outside. We have 14 of Wonder doing pit strategy there, making his way up to 2nd place. Let's take a look at this camera. These guys looking pretty solid. The 14 trying to check out. Does he want the high line or the low line? He's taking a look at both sides, deciding what he wants. He's got Freaky Fast directly behind him, behind Garbage. We have more dog up there. We have the 14 of Wonder, and we have Jose. A nice pack up here, definitely.
Jose falling into the middle of the pack. Looks like the 4 is going to take over second here. The 14 doesn't look like he's handling great. The 4 doesn't look like he's handling great. These cars look really loose right now, trying to get the throttle down on exit.
And already, look at Garbage. He's just hugging that white line around, which is helping his car be carried around. And he's already starting to lose the pack behind him. It is absolutely incredible. These guys going too wide, fighting it out, trying to hold on, but trying to get every position they can take. And while they're doing that, here we have the 38 getting away once again.
Some guys bouncing off of each other. Not sure who it was, but the 21 looked like he was getting a little bit of contact just a lot of jostling for position right now. Intensity's starting to ratchet up. The beginning of the next stage is going to be real interesting to watch.
12 to go, and I did see a car into the wall in the back. Caution did not come out, so let's see if we can take a look at who that was.
Oh, 00 got the apron.
As soon as I started switching cameras, I see that and someone hits him, Rabbit hits him and makes him even more loose. He saves it, but man, he is losing a ton of position. The 99 hits into the apron, goes up into the wall. I would imagine that's going to be a caution, guys.
That is a yellow, and it looked like there was distance between the 99 and 00 there. That was weird. They just kind of were running down the backstretch, and then they took off in different directions, like something exploded in between them. So I'm not sure if there might have been a little bit of lag. In my history, custom cars tend to be a little laggy, and that 99 is a custom car. So just an interesting thought to keep when guys are racing around him.
Absolutely. And like Coltrane says, who is now in the chat, welcome. Physics, game physics here. It is a challenge. Sometimes it does not look as well as it should as far as wrecking goes, but these guys are doing a really great job here tonight, and Garbage is just on rails. I can't say it enough.
These guys are going to have to take a mighty swing at their cars to be able to figure something out to catch him. And I bet a lot of what's made him good is stuff that can't be changed here. And a lot of that is really fast driver. He's just doing a great job holding these guys off. As we've got the 43 looking below.
He is just picking the line. I guarantee you he's doing a lot of driving in the rearview mirror there. He's got a Wonder on the outside, right behind him, and Jose on the inside in that 43. A lot of movement going on there. We have a car into the grass out there. Four cars piled up. Yeah. I'm curious if that is going to be another caution here.
Oh, the 43, Jose got the apron.
Oh.
That just took out even more, and that will finally bring out your yellow.
Such a shame to see 43 of Jose. He has been up here all night, very strong, competing for the lead, taking the lead, trading it with Garbage throughout the night. I guarantee he can make his way up here. It's stage 2, but such a shame to see that.
There's plenty of time, but it's just so treacherous right now, and it looks like how these guys are all wadded up, it's going to be real hard to find a lane. And his car seems to be a lot happier when it's on top. When he's down on the bottom, he just hadn't quite shown as much speed as he has when he gets to rim ride a bit. But that was a crazy restart, watching Garbage basically run it like a plate race, just choosing which line he wanted to pull.
Exactly. Like I said, I guarantee you he was mirror driving there, just picking the lane that he wanted to travel along. Coltrane, you're always busy, man. Always flying out and going someplace. Hopefully you get a break in between every now and then. We are off to green once again. Garbage already getting a huge run. Look at that. He's got Wonder on the outside once again. Fantastic run. We have the 19 on the inside of Little Wing. These guys going too wide into the turn coming off.
Up front. That's a new name.
That is a new name. I'm thinking pit strategy definitely helped him out under that caution.
Oh.
3 wide coming off of that turn.
Little Wing sent it into 3.
Huge wreck.
Doored somebody out of the way, and that ended up stacking up and causing a big wreck in the back.
A lot of cautions in stage 2. You can see the aggression coming out. That is going to be the end of the stage, J-Mac. That's stage 2 right there. So once we come back, we're headed into the final here, and we'll see what they'll be doing. And they need to kind of, get back to that. We have a little bit of race to go here, and let's make something happen patiently.
We had a lot of green flag racing, but it just seems like in these AKA races, and honestly in races on this game period, when you get a caution, that breeds cautions, and it breeds really quick cautions, not like next turn cautions. So
Absolutely.
and also we were talking about the 43 struggling. He was up to 6th there already. So definitely has a good car. Has a lot of pit strategy. Has shuffled up the field for him.
Garbage has moved back due to pitting. Moordog has found himself up front in the lead in the 00. We have Invinma in that 95 directly behind him. Proboss outside trying to make something happen. Rabbit just pushing Invinma, just trying to get him out there. But Moordog is doing great on that outside. He's going to have to make something happen if he wants to cut off that inside row there.
And these are probably all guys that elected to pit on that caution before the final caution of that stage. They pitted, and they were electing not to win that last stage, but to get the start up front for this final one.
I'm seeing a trend here. The guys who start off up front, they're having a nice run coming off here. And the guys, another huge wreck. We see Proboss involved, and a lot of cars passed about, the 5th car. Absolutely incredible. We see Freaky Fast made it back by that. We see more dogs survive that, but man, that's incredible.
They were 3 wide. Garbage was on the bottom. I believe Proboss was in the middle. Not sure who was on top, but they just all came together. Not sure if Proboss got the guy up top and walled him a bit. He bounced off, or if the guy up top came down into Proboss. But either way, that sent them into Garbage and just clogged up that backstretch, and everyone just piled in.
Absolutely. And you are definitely right, Rock NASCAR. I'm glad to see you're doing well out here tonight. Garbage, he did take home stage 1 and 2. Now the question is, can he make his way back up through the field to take home the win? After last week, we saw him run out of fuel coming out of the final turn and lost that win.
He's going to restart here 7th, Frozen, so plenty of time. He's well toward the front. Just needs to be patient and get a little bit of luck from the rest of these other guys.
He is one that does a very good job of being patient, and we're watching him at the moment here, and he moves up several positions as
he goes
Invinma.
In the middle of 3 wide.
I would probably do the same. It looked like Invinma did not have a good start. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him, but on that high side, he did not get moving, and, Garbage decided to take advantage, and off he went, made up several positions.
He was 7th at the restart. He was 3rd coming across the line there, and I would not be surprised if he is 1st the next time they cross.
Look at him. I talk about patience, but man, he looks like he is just itching to get out there and take over first place. He wants that back pretty bad. He's on the outside right now, and we have the 12, and these guys having a heck of a battle going up here up front. 12 diving it super low while we have 00 Moordog on the high side. 12 takes over the lead right there. 38 tries to dive it low, was not clear of the 4 car. These guys look like they might want to take it 3 wide, making me very nervous.
That was a very aggressive move. Garbage tried to send it in there and clear the 4 and just didn't get the job done. The 4 might have come up a little bit, but that was definitely Garbage just trying to be very aggressive going into 1.
Absolutely. He is a man on a mission, I'll tell you what. We have Rabbit in first, Garbage in second. We have Moordog on the outside. Freaky Fast looking in that 4 car on the inside. Moordog hits the wall, hits Freaky Fast. He somehow managed to save it, and off he goes into the wall, spins around. I don't think it's going to be a caution. That just destroyed him for the moment right here. Absolutely devastating for him.
Once again, exiting up high on turn 2, bites somebody. The 00 just loose, just trying to hold it, and swung out enough to hit the 4, and just nothing that Freaky Fast could do except just try to reel the thing in.
Absolutely, and we already see 38 diving right below Rabbit. Look at these guys fighting for the lead, and it looks like 38 is going to have the momentum going into the turn, and he's going to take over the lead.
And I imagine he is going to try like heck to set sail, and based on that second stage, I would wager a guess this is Las Vegas, so I'll take a bet that he will pull away here.
We're going to see. Rabbit is going to put up a heck of a fight We've seen a lot of guys up front, and Rabbit is staying all over Garbage, letting him know that he is there, putting the pressure on him, saying, you know, I'm waiting for you to make a mistake, and I'm going to take over that lead once again.
Jose did a great job of staying with him at the beginning of that second stage, but Garbage's car just stays with him throughout the run. If the 12 can stay with him here, that's one hurdle crossed, but then he's going to have to stay with him throughout the entirety of the run, and we're just going to have to find out if he has the same long-run car.
We see the 43 of Jose mid-pack right now. He's surrounded by a few guys. It looks like we have Dodge Boys in front of him, and we have AKA Pro Boss involved in an earlier incident. He is out there running single file at the moment. These guys, in my opinion, that's exactly what you need to do. Just make sure you work together, get up front. Still a few laps to go, so we need to make some magic happen.
Mordog is really, really loose off of 2. I don't know if he's just cooked that right rear or if he tried to put a little more speed into the car, but he is struggling off of 2. And we saw him earlier on the bottom of 4. He got loose. So he's trying to wheel that thing to the best of his ability.
Yeah, I see him getting down on that apron. That is a scary situation right there. I'm sure that's making him sweat it just a little bit. We have the 21 car of Dodge Boys heading out in front of him. We see the 43 on the outside of Jose, giving him a challenge, but Jose is just loving that outside tonight, finding his way back up to the front. These guys are doing a heck of a job here.
We're getting deeper into the run, and it looks like the 12 might have the staying power to hang with the 38. Don't know if he's actually trying to race him or not. I would imagine that it would behoove him to try to help, but right now it looks like the 12 has a really, really good piece. I don't know if it's race winning yet, but we're going to find out here pretty soon.
You know, I'm curious because the last time we saw him, he was directly on Garbage there, but it seems that there's a little bit of distance between the two, so we'll see what that does as far as tire wear goes, how they last going into the run. We'll see if Garbage gets away like he did on the last run. We see a huge wreck. I believe Pro Boss was involved.
The 9?
Yes, I saw Pro Boss was involved.
I believe it was Dodge Boys and Pro Boss. Not sure, but it was off of the exit. One of them got really, really loose, and they just all piled in as they went down the straight.
That is definitely going to bring out the caution. Osmium says the apron is not your friend, and you are absolutely correct. I don't know if that was what happened with those two cars there, but caution is out once again. I'm curious if we can get
will erase the... Sorry, Frozen?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just curious if we can get a lap count for the end of this. If we can...
Not awkward at all.
We'll wait on Justin to give us a lap count, but go ahead and talk about what you were going to say there, J-Mac.
Oh, I was just going to say the super generic thing that just completely erases the massive lead that the 38 and 12 had on everybody.
It does indeed. And
you're welcome, everybody, for that analysis.
The 47 comes out here. Look at this move. We have Rabbit in the 12 car.
He did not get going. That was weird. And that completely stacks up, and there is a car flipping through the air.
I will be very surprised if that does not bring out a caution. That move, though, that the 12 made, diving in.
They are still wrecking in the back.
They are, and we are going to see a caution. That restart was 35 to go, so I'm curious what is going to happen for the rest of these. Who is going to take a pit stop? We're coming close. Like I said, there's 31 laps that you can get on a fuel tank. So who's going to go in, who's going to try to stay out, and who's going to lead us off to the next green run?
That was a crazy wreck. They started wrecking at the front, at the restart, at the start finish line, and they were still piling into each other all the way to the backstretch. It looks like the 47 just didn't get going. I don't know if maybe he lagged or something, but I don't think the 12 wanted to take him 3 wide there. That's just kind of what happened.
Yes, absolutely. And Sloppy Joe, we talked about it earlier. You are absolutely correct. Cautions breed cautions, and that is what we are seeing right now. Let's hope these guys get off to a great start. We are going green here. We have the 12 of Rabbit in currently the lead. 38 of Garbage on the outside. We'll see if they can keep it clean here. That inside row moving right along that outside. We have Garbage falling back just a little bit. No surprise there. Getting a start is very hard on that outside. You guys know that. C9 back there into the wall. I don't know if he had a little help there, but huge pile up once again.
Ooh. Seeing Vinma Gaming spinning across the infield. He's on pit road right now. Now he's driving back across the infield because that's where the AI wants to take him.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Absolutely. But
NASCAR.
now it's going to be interesting to see what that 12 car can do out front.
Yes, I'm very curious what he can do out there. We obviously know he's got the speed. Rabbit is, ride with Rabbit. He is obviously a fast one, so we'll see what he can do. I want to give a shout out to...
And now he's got some separation.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to NASCAR 2478. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the race. NASCAR Heat, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate it. Hopefully, this will be the final caution. These guys are very capable of going green, but like we said, cautions breed cautions, and that is what we're running into at the moment.
And now the 12 and 38 are separated from each other a bit. It'll be interesting to see if the 12 can maybe get a little bit of a gap on the field here, or if the 88, the 21, and some of these other cars can stay with him. And with Garbage stock here on the outside, it's going to be tough for him to get any momentum going.
He is just all over Dodge Boys, trying to make something happen. We see the 4 of Freaky Fast getting down super low back there. But Garbage, he seems to be a little antsy, wanting to get back up there. So we'll see what kind of moves he makes. He has 00 of Moordog directly behind him.
Don't know if the 95 got loose, maybe got the apron, or what, but it looked like he had to check up just a little bit, and the 4 got into the back of him, and that got the 4 really, really sideways. And once again, Freaky Fast had to save his car down the backstretch.
We see Rabbit
and they are wrecking again in the back.
Are they really? Well, we did see Rabbit and Mitch out front here, 1 and 2, kind of leaving the field behind. We have 25 to go at that line there, so I don't see any caution coming out yet, J-Mac, and hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully we can keep it going green.
The 42, the 99, and the 47 were involved in that one, and those are names that we've seen involved in a few of them. They've had some, those are 3 drivers that have had some really rough races tonight.
Absolutely.
But no yellow for them, and we're still green.
You see Wow dive down low right behind Dodge Boys. Trying to make something happen. He's got a little bit of distance between him and the car in front of him, so he's got a little bit of time. But so far, the 88 of Mitch and the 12 of Rabbit are the top 2 cars.
We've gotten single file here. This is very interesting to see if maybe they're just trying to feel out these next few laps and just try to get to the end and log laps before they start racing. But not sure if that's what you want to do. I think you want to attack, especially the 12 and the 38. They've shown to be the class of the field, it looks like, especially in this 3rd stage. I feel like you need to attack and keep attacking and try to keep those guys behind you. But it'll be very interesting to see what the strategy is.
Absolutely. We have HD Motorsports out in chat. Thank you so much for joining. Jose, you know what? He led a ton of laps, doing a fantastic job out there. Now it's just a matter of he needs to get back up there. He's got a very capable car. He was running the high side fantastically tonight. So hopefully he can make that magic happen again and get out there out front.
The outside is great for defense, and it's really only good for offense late in a run when cars start getting a little tighter. The tire wear starts to keep those cars, make you have to slow down if you want to run that bottom lane, and you can keep that momentum get up and either try to pin them down from the outside or try a crossover down the straightaway.
You see a long line, 8 cars in this front pack, led by Rabbit. We have Garbage in third, and these guys are just they're just riding for now. We have a huge second pack. You can see it back there. These guys are trying to catch up to this front pack, and I see somebody into the wall spinning out. I'm not sure who that was. I don't see a caution coming out yet. We'll see what happens, but so far Rabbit is still riding out here in the lead, full speed.
You can definitely tell they're just trying to ride right now, Frozen, because the 88 electing not to follow the 12 onto the apron here down the front stretch, running that high line in Garbage, not trying to take anything from him. I think these guys are just kind of trying to log laps here and make it to the end before they can race. The 88 actually gets to his outside.
Absolutely. He is riding that outside. I am surprised that Garbage is hanging out on the inside. Toaster. Actually, that's not Toaster. That is Mitch trying to take it out on the outside.
Oh.
It looked like Garbage got into the wall just a little bit, made contact with the guys behind him. We had a couple of guys wreck out right there.
And finally we get a yellow, but that was Moordog who's gone. One of our heavy hitters from tonight. Just a really, really bad deal. And now you're getting into that time of the race when mistakes like that, either ones that you make or that you're just caught up in of others, they're going to take a toll on your finish.
Absolutely. I mean, we've all been there before. For anyone who's done long league races, you run a great race, and sometimes there is just things that happen such as that you have no control over, and it is just sad to see because you run so strong the entire night. So pit strategy, something. You have to do something in order to make that back up. That was 18 to go when that caution came out, so we're getting down to the wire, guys. We're going off to green once again. We have the 88 on the inside. We have Garbage on the outside. Let's take a look at what we got here. We have Mitch. Great start for him on the inside. Jose moves up. He's currently in third, making his way, trying to pass Garbage. This is going to be a super close race right here. And off he goes. We have Jose in second. We have the 41 moving up past Garbage once again. Jose working that outside. That is just where he belongs tonight. He just loves the outside.
I imagine that's what he would do, is try to clear Garbage and then move up in front of him to take that line that he's been working in so well. As Garbage gets the wall.
It is not the first time I saw Garbage hit the wall for another caution earlier, so I don't know if he's having car handling problems, but he is not comfortable up there against the wall. He's having a couple of issues where he just keeps running into it, and another caution is out, guys.
Earlier in the race, he was able to run pretty much anywhere he wanted to, use any line he wanted, and right now it just doesn't look like he has the same car that he had in that second stage when he just walked everybody. So it's going to be real tough for him to come back if he is having trouble with his handling at the moment. This will be an opportunity to pit and put fresh tires on, because he's not going to be worried about track position now. But still, very, very interesting to see how this works out for him.
We have Jose on the outside with 88 of Mitch on the inside. Let's see what this kind of start gets off to here. We all know, I've said it all night, that Jose is loving the outside here tonight. We have 21 of Dodge Boys on the inside of Jose. We have AK Pro Boss behind the 21. That inside line always gets a fantastic start.
That's what I was about to say. The outside is great for when you actually have momentum, but on these restarts, it is just killer to be up there. It seems like you lose 3-4 spots every time.
Absolutely. We have some help on the outside for Jose. We have 10 to go at the line here, guys. Just a handful of laps. This is it. If you're going to make something happen, you want to do it now, but man, you do not want to bring out the caution. It's just going to hurt you for the finish of this race here.
Oh,
and already I look in the back. Yeah. These guys are being absolutely aggressive here. We have Moordog and Garbage getting into it, causing a huge pileup in the back.
just that intensity ratcheting up, the aggressiveness going up, and Garbage is an aggressive driver to start with, and just I don't know if he's the one that caused that or if it was maybe him and Moordog, what happened, but whose side it was, but it just seems like Garbage, if he's in the middle of the pack, things happen around him.
Absolutely. And you know what? He seems to be making a lot more moves tonight. After last week of leading and having such a strong car and then running out of fuel on the last lap, I think he's really wanting that win this week, and it is definitely showing, but he needs to make sure that he can make the moves cleanly and not have any contact. I don't even know what happened in that caution, but they do have to have some patience in these final few laps.
Three wide in the middle of the pack already now to get it straightened out a bit.
Yeah, I'm on board here with Jose, and it is making me so nervous taking a look at this. We have 21 in front of him, Dodge Boys. We have AK Pro Boss in the inside. A lot of contact between the 41 and the 21. Jose
and
is getting bumped up the track. Another yellow happens behind him. Alpha, I do believe that they have damage on. That's why you're going to see a lot of guys go in. If they have that damage, they're going to have to go in. Okay. As soon as I hear a production saying for this one, they do not have it on. So, yeah, they're definitely lucky they don't, because there'd be a lot of guys really struggling out there.
We're getting to that point, Frozen, where we always talk about cautions. They seem to breed cautions, but they also seem to breed a little bit of lag with this game. And as the duration, the connection seems to degrade, and as we get more yellows, it seems to degrade. So that might be another issue these guys are facing out here right now.
It very well could be, and you know, I've said that for a while, that I feel like the longer the race goes on and the more cautions there are, I think it does something to the server where they are just not able to, you know, have a lag-free race here. And I just saw we had Garbage way in the back there. We'll see what these guys can do, but man, oh man, after leading a lot of laps here tonight, that's a heartbreaker to see that. We have 9 car looking like he's got a lot of movement in there. 21 of Dodge Boys looking on the outside, getting a huge run, making up a couple of positions, trying to pass that 41.
Pro Boss and Dodge Boys tried to split Rams it. Dodge Boys gets him onto the apron. Is he going to save that in the grass? Nope, he comes up, and there is a car flipping in the back.
Huge, huge wreck. Absolutely. Making it 3 wide definitely did not work there. Huge wreck in the back. Osmium, yes, the cars did look very clean. But normally they do run cautions. Apparently not tonight, though. They're taking a break from that. And NASCAR...
Damage.
Yeah, they do need damage. These guys, they need damage for these guys. We're in overtime here now, so we only have a couple of laps to go. I think we're going to see even more aggressive driving here. But NASCAR Heat Club, yes, Lucky Dog did lag out at the very beginning, and I hate to see it. I absolutely hate to see it.
So Lock D Mitch will be your leader here, it looks like. We got Pro Boss on the outside. There's going to be there's a couple of hungry drivers up here in the front.
I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat here for these final laps. We already see guys hitting the wall. We have Mitch. We have Dodge Boys. We have Pro Boss hitting into Jose here. The contact between these guys. We have another caution, guys.
It's that point in the race, Frozen. The aggression's up.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Alpha, we need a caution counter. We have lost our caution counter that's usually here, and he says I've been here for 3 minutes and I've seen like 5 cautions and not a single full green lap run. They had a nice run earlier, I can tell you that, and they were doing a fantastic job out there. Jose is currently in 3rd. We have Mitch in 1st. We have Dodge Boys in 2nd. Pro Boss looks like he is in 4th. And Venma Gaming in 5th.
We had some great green flag runs, some great racing earlier, but now points are on offer, and these guys are racing like it and not giving each other much of a break.
And here we go to green. Let's hope it is the final one. We have Mitch on the inside with Dodge Boys on the outside. Pro Boss directly behind, and I'm already seeing some action in the back that you do not want to see.
Oh!
Who was that just went directly into the wall?
42,
14.
The 22. There's a lot of cars wrecked.
They're just so many
that was
cars.
The 47. The 38 of garbage has wrecked again. Just so many wrecks.
I would have to guess that these guys are experiencing a lot of lag, and that's affecting how they are so tight at the beginning. We've seen it so many times here where the longer the race goes, the more lag there is. And if I could guess, I'm thinking that's what that is.
That's what it looks like. These cars were really, really jumpy on my end, especially at the start. And it's just so hard to drive when the cars in front of you, around you, below you, up top of you, you can't really tell where they are. And they seem to be in more than one place at the same time. It's just so difficult for these guys to deal with.
Absolutely. And I saw Vinma against the wall. His car wasn't even moving. The AI couldn't even get him off of that wall. So I'm not sure where he ends up in this group, but we have Mitch on the inside. We have Pro Boss on the outside. For some reason, my camera really loves to get on to garbage on every restart. We already have another incident occurring in the back. It's just absolutely crazy out here tonight.
No yellow for this one.
These guys are still moving. And look at this. Oh. Pro Boss goes up into the wall after some contact. We have Mitch and Dodge Boys first and second.
Not sure if he got contact from Toaster, but he just walled Jose, and that brings out a yellow. Not sure if that's the end of the race. If they took the wide or not, we'll have to see.
I'll tell you what, this is insane. Absolutely insane. We'll try to get confirmation.
Mordog and the 47 car side by side with each other, nose into the wall.
This is attempt number 4 at finishing this race. It is not the end of the race, J-Mac. We are still going.
I kind of have to wonder, is fuel gonna play a part in any of this? I wonder if any guys are worried about that right now. I'm not sure when they all last pitted, and we have run a ton of extra laps, and I have to wonder if anybody is concerned about that at this moment.
Absolutely. I mean, they have to be. They have to be concerned about that fuel. There's no way. And again, they're just loving that garbage view out there. All right, we're back on board with Dodge Boys, who is on the outside. They obviously decided to stay out. We have Mitch in the lead. Dodge Boys goes all the way below the apron, pinching Rabbit on that inside.
Rabbit pushes Lock D Mitch out. I wonder if he'll try to take the outside or the inside here.
You see a very, very moving drivers here. I already see garbage into the wall back there. We have Mitch in first. We have Rabbit in second. So many guys wrecking.
And that is going to be another. They had not taken the white flag.
J-Mac.
That's going to be another yellow and another restart.
I don't even know what to say. This is absolutely insane. This is probably the most caution-filled race that we've done for AKA so far, I would imagine.
I don't know if it's the most caution-filled, but it's definitely the most caution-filled after regulation we've ever had. That's for sure. Just absolutely crazy. And a lot of them seem to be happening in the back. I don't know if things are accordioning back there that are causing these issues, or if these drivers are putting on 4 fresh tires and feeling like Superman trying to get through there. But it is the issues seem to be coming from the middle on backward.
It's incredible. I'm very curious to hear what these guys have to say after the race is over, and see what their point of view is on what is going on out there on the track. It is just craziness. Here we go. We have 88 on the inside, getting a nice run. We have the 10 of Expert Toaster right behind him. Rabbit on the outside. These guys looking pretty solid, man. I don't want to jinx them. Let's not bring out the jinx yet, but these guys are looking good. 2 wide all the way through and through.
This is definitely the best anyone has hung on the outside on a restart all race long as they finally get the white flag. Just a power move
Look
around
at
the
that.
outside from the 12, and they make contact. That stacks them all up. Huge wreck in the back. That's basically everybody, and that should do it.
That is it. All right, guys. So it looks like we have Rabbit in first. We have More Dog in second. We have Mitch in third. Crazy race. Crazy race.
Just absolutely insane. Don't know what happened there. If the 12 was loose on top, if the 88 came up, I was riding with the 88, but I don't even know what happened. They just came together, and it put the 12 in the wall, and Lock D Mitch got bumped by the 10 of Toaster, and that just stacked everything up.
Absolutely incredible. So let's get these guys in here. I have to know what we're doing here tonight. What happened? So let's see if we can get these guys in here. We need Mitch in here. Rabbit. And we need More Dog. Welcome, guys, to the booth. What an insane race. That was absolutely insane. Rabbit, first of all, well, we still need Rabbit in here. Where is Rabbit? Let's get Rabbit in.
He'll probably be coming. There he is.
Rabbit, congratulations on winning that crazy race. Take me through.
It was something.
Yes, take me through that final stage. What in the world was going on out there?
Just the same thing that always happens when you have cars that are indestructible. You get to line up and do it all over again. And then the laps get shorter and shorter. All I gotta say is I hopefully NH4 comes out with massive damage for next year.
Yeah, boss said he's gonna start doing damage starting next week.
I did hear that. I think if damage was on tonight, things might be a little different. Rabbit, I gotta know, were you concerned about your fuel? Did you have any issues, worrying about with all the cautions? Okay.
No, yeah, I had plenty.
Yeah, you were just doing a fantastic job out there. There was a couple of times where you were out in the lead, kind of running away from the field. How did your car feel tonight?
Yeah, when you're out by yourself, it runs on rails, but once you're in traffic, you have to tighten it up, and yeah, it's just racing in a box isn't fun, especially on NH3, but
It's definitely a fine line, like you said, you have to adjust it for when you're by yourself, but once you're in a pack racing, it's a fine line on having it too loose and too tight. So it's just trying to find that happy medium, and you seem to be able to find that tonight. So congratulations to you on that win tonight. You have to be having a sigh of relief after how many cautions that was there.
Well, it was Derek who was mostly disappointed. He was out front most of that, and I just kept leapfrogging one at a time, and I just got lucky. And I mean, the way my season has started with AKA, I've just had nothing but problems. First, a repair glitch, and then I forget what happened in the second race. And
it's tough. It's tough. But congratulations, and I wish you a lot of luck next week. But yeah, you did a great job tonight. Great job.
Well, just remember, I can bring you to the river, but I can't make you drink it.
You heard it there, guys. All right, J-Mac, let's hear
That was
from
deep.
second place.
You got me more, dog?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that was a crazy race. You look like you had one of the looser cars out there. Talk about your night a bit.
Yeah, I had I was trying to get the bottom lane going because everyone was on the top lane, so I was really trying to carve out a bottom lane. That's why I was like really loose. My car was good up top with everybody else. I was getting really tired and bored of running the outside in line, so I kept trying to do slide jobs and stuff like that, and it just wasn't really working out. So I finally just had to ride in line until all the cautions happened.
And speaking of the cautions, talk us through that last series of restarts. Just how frustrating is it to be able to go one corner at a time and then have to do it all over again?
For me, I mean, at the beginning of the green-white checkers, I was like 14th or 15th because I just got caught up in a wreck. So actually, for me, each caution I kept gaining like 2 or 3 spots, and then on the last restart, I think I restarted 7th, and I somehow got to 2nd. I just went to the outside lane and kind of just made it stick those last 2 laps and got from I think it was 7th to 2nd. So it worked out well for me.
Well, congratulations on a second place finish. You definitely showed a lot of speed tonight, and good job surviving there until the end.
Yeah, it was mostly luck there at the end. I had a decent car. It was a front pack car, like you saw in the first two stages, but at the end it's just kind of luck a little bit, mostly luck.
Absolutely, great job tonight, man.
Thank you.
All right, Mitch, we saw you very, very strong tonight. I gotta ask, how was your car running tonight?
It's running pretty good. Actually, just a bunch of traffic out there. Couldn't really make a lot of moves. It's running pretty good.
How nervous were you once you saw stage 3 happening and all those cautions towards the end? What was your thought process and what you needed to accomplish going in for the win?
Well, I had the oldest tires there at the end. I never did pit there. I think everybody else behind me pitted, so they had freshies. And,
I pitted on that first green white checkered. I had like complete fresh tires and everything.
Nice.
And I didn't want to give up that track position, so I stayed out there, and all those cautions happened, and tires started wearing, and everybody had to jump on me. And I thought I had it there for a couple of times, but it just didn't work out. Didn't work out tonight. Congratulations, Rabbit, though. Didn't want nobody to beat me tonight, but I'm glad it was him.
You guys did all a great job. I gotta ask, ISM is next week. How do you guys feel about it going in there? Rabbit, how are you feeling about ISM?
Well, I think he said he's changing it up to auto.
Oh, he is? Okay.
I think that's what he said. But either way, I mean, I'll race anywhere. But everyone knows how my cars are set up and how I drive. I don't know how to slow down. I'm always balls to the wall. So I will be fast at a short and medium run car, and then I just peter out. But I can't change my ways. I'm too old. You know.
I think you can. I think you can. You'll do good. You got that win tonight, so we know you got it in you.
If it's Auto Club, they're in trouble.
We'll see.
If we're going to Phoenix, then, we get a shot.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is it for us in the booth. Once again, congratulations to you, Rabbit, for the win, and to the rest of the field for bringing home second for More Dog, and third for Mitch. You guys did great. I cannot wait to see what you guys do next week. Same time here. It'll be around 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I hope you guys can join us. But for tonight, we're over and out. J-Mac, thank you so much for joining in the booth. Once again, it's always fun with you.
No problem. Had a fun time up here. Glad I wasn't in a car there at the end, but had a great vantage point for it all.
Yes, I was very happy to be on this side of everything compared to being on track, because I can only imagine the intenseness and what was going through your mind at the end. But again, great job, and we are out for the night. Take it easy, guys.
Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
take care.
Bye.
Thank you.